Hello out there. Once again, back up here, and today I want to talk about reputations. I want to single a reputation out in particular. Anyways, this lady's reputation, it began many, many, many years ago, and it began in a baseball dugout with a baseball team. And after this reputation made its way up and down that bench that afternoon, I went ahead on over to the other end of the baseball field, across the diamond there, and made its way up and down their bench a few times with the other baseball team. Now, the baseball players that afternoon knew her as Home Run Harry. She starts out on third base. She's not a singles hitter, and she certainly doesn't go for doubles. Well, she does go for doubles and triples and home runs. She's an extra bases. She's extra bases Harry. That's what the baseball players were calling her Home Run Harry, but I know her as extra bases. She goes for extra bases. And anybody stopping on first. Anybody ever stopped on first when it comes to this girl? She's got a reputation. Now, when that reputation was finished on the baseball field that day, it made its way on over to the football field. It made its way up and down the sidelines all afternoon, back and forth, up and down the sidelines, next to the bleachers, in front of the bleachers, and actually in the bleachers. Now, the football team knew her probably as a Hail Mary, a touchdown, spiked, gang tackled. Anyways, after her reputation was finished on the football field, she went ahead on over there to the basketball team, and it got passed around quite a bit. Bounce passed, two hands set chest passed, thrown clear across the court. Alley ooped, slam dunked, slam dunked. And that's what when I heard of her, that's the nickname she had picked up, slam dunk. She'd walk into the room and people would say, "There's old slam dunk." Here comes slam dunk. She'd walk down the hallway and there's people would say, "Look, there goes slam dunk," and they would actually say that too. They would actually say that. And it wouldn't be like what you were thinking. You just walk past her and think, there goes old Slam Dunk. People said that out loud. "Hey, what's up, Slam Dunk?" Or, "Hey, look, there goes Slam Dunk." "Here comes Slam Dunk." Slam Dunk just walked in the room, and you knew when Slam Dunk was on her way into the room because her breath was already in that room, and her breath had been in that room for a few minutes because the air started turning brown. The air started turning. It's like like a tailpipe, you know. And if you can imagine a tailpipe, like on a winter day, and a car driving down the street, and the smog coming out of the back of the tailpipe, that was like her breath, except it's brown. It's brown and it's coming out of the back of that tailpipe, except hers is coming out of her mouth. And if it gets in your face, you got to duck. When she walks in the room and she starts speaking, you got to duck because you don't want to get that in your eyes, and you certainly don't want to breathe it in. It's like asbestos. You don't want to get mesothelioma. You don't want that. And the doctor would tell you that. Anyways, the doctor told people too, if it gets on your skin, just pat it off. Don't rub it in. Pat it off. You got to pat that off. Otherwise, it'll soak into your skin if you rub it in. It's like a sunburn or something, you know? You don't want to rub it in. Anyways, once her playing days were over, this reputation of hers made it out there on the boulevards. It made its way up and down many, many boulevards and up a few avenues and down a couple streets. And then this reputation made its way on over to a drive, a private drive, made its way back to an avenue. And then this reputation made its way up and down some streets and back to the boulevard. Anyways, it's a reputation, and it precedes her, and it's preceded her for many years in this town. Now that she's a little bit older, people know her as the person that replaced the boogeyman. The boogeyman was replaced by a woman, and she's the boogie lady. And as she got older, the colder the air got around her. And she walks in the room, it's like, dude, somebody just jumped up and turned the thermostat all the way down because she's mean. She's extremely, extremely mean, and when she speaks, it's like you'd think, dude, that like there's some bunch of dogs yelping. Somebody just throw a cat up against a chalkboard. Is there like a bus just park on somebody's foot? Anyways, that's what it's like when she speaks. I just thought I'd get up on here and talk about her reputation for a little bit.